All right, good morning everyone. Yes, it is yet another day. Today is the 18th. The month is rushing, man. I can't believe we are already in remaining with about 12 days to close this month. Wow, that's crazy. All right, so it is a Tuesday, and you know the drill. Let's get into the prayer and then get started with the analysis. Thank you, Father, for this beautiful morning. Thank you that we're coming here before you in your presence, Lord, ready to receive the great market insights, ready to receive, Lord, the profits that you prepared for us today in the charts. We give you praise, Lord, for yesterday's profits that we made, and we know that even today is going to be bigger and better than even yesterday. We give you praise, we give you all the honor, Lord. Thank you for the perfect entry and exit levels that you're providing us. Thank you for the profits you're about to make. Thank you for the profits you're making throughout this whole month, Lord. We give you praise, we give you all the honor, Lord. In Jesus' name we've prayed. Amen. All right. Hey Julius, how are you? Good morning. All right, so as usual, you know the drill. We start with crush 500. Now let's get into it. So this was crush 500. Yesterday it played games. We made an entry right here, and then it played games. I remember telling the VIP guys to actually, I think, did I tell them to break even? But I remember telling them it's playing games, so if something plays games like this, you need to look into how to break even. At least when it comes back, it doesn't take you out with losses. So that's what happened actually. Yeah, so it play games went back, and now we have a break of structure right there. That's a break of structure according to H1 and also according to H4. So apparently it's still continuing with buys, but of course sellers are not seated. You can see rejection coming in from sellers right about there. I told you the reason why we are looking for sells right there is because of the left. You can see that confluence area. This whole area is what we are looking at, trying to push price down below into sells. So yeah, but we did not see that yesterday. We saw it just about 2 H4 candles, and then it started to go back into buys, and now it is trying to push again back into sells, but we are not seeing it happen yet. It's still very bullish. If we go to H1, as we clearly see the price is below now 10 MA on H1, but also it has given us equal highs about there. So I think it's equal highs, not so much, but yeah. So we cannot do anything right there for sales, even though we are seeing that H1 is saying we are overbought. We have to see if M15 is buying that. I think it is. So if that's the case, wait a minute, let's see this. That's the case, then I think price is making this kind of a movement. That's what I see. I mean, it's coming here and then it will go back up. Yeah. Why? Because according to this kind of structure that we've just drawn there, this is what we anticipate price to continue buying. That is what we anticipate, unless if this structure is on a resistance area, and of which according to H4 one may say it's a resistance area. Why? Because of that confluence area. So that's why we may see a reversal here, but it's 50-50. I can tell you right now, for us to see a reversal, it is 50-50. Yeah, whether to see a reversal or not to see a reversal. Yeah, so you need to be, don't try to push it, don't try to push anything right here. Just hold on and wait, because you may look for sales, yet it may consolidate within here for some good time, and then it continues to buy. So just hold on, just hold on. All right, so that is crash 500. But if it does break here, I want to remind you, if it does break here, then you can look for the sales down below here. Yeah, but until then, please don't force any sales yet. It is still very bullish. Boom 1000. So yesterday we made money with the guys on VIP. I shared this signal with the guys on VIP. Where was the signal? Yes, right here. So this was a signal here when it broke that as a change of character, then it tested. This is where we had the entry. So the guys were able to make this money yesterday, and of course I wanted us to hit our first TP. Right, this was our second TP. Our first TP was here, so it came actually almost hit it at first, then went back, tested, and then came, and up to now it is still selling. It is looking for our third TP. It is looking for our third TP. This is where we had put our third TP, so it is coming right about there. That is what we are looking at. Price is still selling to look for that TP. Why? Because we already anticipated it right here. So according to H4, in fact, if you wanted to see that, according to H4, this would have been a pullback after breakout, pullback, and then continuation of sales. So one who would have entered according to H4 would still be holding the entries. So right now it is happening, because clearly it is going to break that structure. It has already broken it actually, though the candle hasn't closed yet, but yeah, it is still moving steadily with the sales coming all the way right here. So can we make an entry according to H4? Maybe according to H4 you can, making sure you put your stop loss right there. Yeah, so that if it comes to take you out, you don't lose much. But remember, you're looking like you're going to be looking for a TP of like a 1 to 1.5. yeah, that would be like your risk to reward ratio right here. So do it accordingly. If you can risk that much and aim at gaining 1, yeah. All right, so that's it. That's it on Boom 1000. We are still looking for that sell all the way to reach this other level. Boom 500. So yesterday's analysis, this was a falling wedge, and it actually continued to go in with the sales like I told you, and it literally broke through and continued to sell. Right now we can see that it broke this level. This was another level where we are saying if it breaks it, then we are likely to continue with sales, but seems that we may not actually. From what I'm seeing right here, we may actually not continue with sales. So this is a previous OB where the buy momentum right here started from, and price came and mitigated that OB and immediately started to buy, Alright, so what are we seeing? Let's go to daily. Daily is actually strongly selling. So today has started as a strong sell, but if you look at H1 is clearly looking for some buys. So if it reacts on this OB, we know it's gonna buy. If it reacts on to this and gives us buys and goes above our 10 MA, we are coming in with buys. So for now, not really. I will hold. For now, I'm gonna hold my positions. I can't enter any position right now. For me to have a clear opportunity to make the buy decision right here, I need to see price react here, and then it goes above our 10 MA on M15. If it does not react here and it goes above my 10 MA, I'm not going to look for any buys. Yeah, but for now, yeah, they are most likely to happen according to what we've seen on H1 and of course on H4. All right. Good morning, Levy. Good morning, Patrick. How are you guys? So now that I've seen that, I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to rush into it. I'm just going to wait. Remember, this structure, the falling wedge, normally shows us a continuation of what? Of buys. This is a falling wedge. So, and it gave us this fake breakout. It's currently looking at to give us sort of like a W, where this would be the left arm of the W and this would be the right arm of the W. So that's what we are that's what I'm trying to anticipate right here. So all that, having said all this, I now head to V25S. All right, Volatility 25 1S. H1, we needed a pullback, then we continued buys. It did not happen. It actually continued to buy and got to that resistance level. I started to sell. It failed to break it though. So it was no use. But clearly you can still see that it is having a low momentum. But where we are, it is on the order block. Yeah, it is on the H4 order block, which is now a support level, and price is failing to break it, meaning buyers are still trying to push for the pullback right about here. So I don't know if it will happen, but from what we see on H4, buyers are still failing to, sellers are still failing to break this support. So if they don't break it, if sellers fail to break this support, then buyers will come in and push for this move right about there. Why? Because according to H4, this was our change of character, and then it gave us a higher high. Right now, right here, it was giving us a higher low, but it failed to move to give us a new higher high to mitigate this liquidity on the daily time frame, which is a fair value gap. So whatever we are seeing now currently here, it is sort of like consolidating. It is currently consolidating. So I cannot do anything until I cannot do anything right here until we get a clear structure. Because if you look for buys here when price is below a 10 MA, you're messing up. If you look for buys, if you look for sells when price is still playing on this support, you're messing up. So you have to be patient. You have to be patient with this kind of a market, because either you wait for the breakout here on this support and then you make your entries down below, or you wait for price to get above our 10 MA and try to look for buys, or you wait for price to break that resistance right here and then you enter your buys perfectly to push you all the way up there. If it does break this level, then you know it's gonna push all the way to that liquidity level. But until then, please don't risk your money on such an asset. Don't risk your money. Only for scalpers can do that. Yeah, if you're a scalper, maybe you can risk. V75, volatility 75. Now yesterday we wanted a pullback from here before we can get in with a sell. It played games there for quite some time, about 8 hours right there on that trend line, until it broke and continued to sell. I wasn't in the market by the time it broke that level. I missed to make that entry, but yeah, perfectly broke and continued. Reached this support level, retested a bit, and then look at the current H4 candle, broke perfectly and has broken even that support level. That means you cannot afford to miss to enter sales on the next H4. The next H4 is happening in the next 6 minutes, so the next H4 candle is gonna be also a sell. Yeah, because this candle here has been it really shows you the momentum of sellers in the market currently, and that tells you it's likely going to continue selling. Remember, we're still in a downtrend, and now that is a break of structure right there, and again a breakout on the support, meaning sellers are very strong right now. So if this is V75 and we are seeing this, that means that it is very very hard for us to actually look for where to put our TP as far as sales are concerned. It's gonna be hard. According to H1 I mean, we are oversold. H4 is not yet oversold. M15 is perfectly looking for sales, so we cannot use this other level here, but we just have to wait. So I might not trade this asset for some time now, having seen this. Remember, it was playing within this area here until it gave us a fake breakout up there, and now it came back strong for this sell. Remember, this is our first TP right here. That was our first TP which was hit, but then our second TP would be this, would be that. Have we reached it? Yeah, we have reached it. So don't be surprised if this becomes just a week. If this becomes just a week, according to daily time frame and H4, if it becomes just a week, then buyers will be coming in, because that will not be considered as a break of structure. So in these 6 minutes, let's hold on and see. Let's hold on and see. If it becomes a fake breakout, then we know that buyers are going to come in. But for sales, it's a hard pass for me to actually look for sales right now. So I want to delete all this right here and just leave this asset for now. J50, jump 50. Okay, it happened the way we wanted. Yeah, I told you we wanted this pullback, of which it happened here, not there. So it happened and then went and tested that level, and then late night it started to sell. Around what time? 22, 23, 24, at midnight it started to sell. But of course you can clearly see it is selling with a low momentum, and now it has come to that support level and trying to bounce back. So let's delete all these now. Right, so go to H1. What is happening there? H1 is okay. Let's try to make sense of this. So if that's the case, I see another line down below here. So if this is the case, this very structure or this pattern right here will tell us exactly what we need to know, and that will be none other than continuation of buys. That will be continuation of buys right about there. So are we ready for the buys? We are not. H4, H1, all of them are looking for sells, which is a bit weird. But according to M15, we are actually looking for buys. So what are we going to do? We are going to trade according to M15. Can I enter now? Yeah, I think he can enter, though it is having a low liquidity. I think he can enter, make this the buy. According to H1, I mean, yes, according to H1, we would look for a TP there. That was our first TP. But then according to H4, this would be the TP. This would be the TP right there. But then if it happens to break this support level down below, then you know that sales will continue. Sales will continue down. So for now, looking at M15, price is above our 10 MA, and it is sort of continuing. I may not enter now, actually. I may wait. I may have to wait. I may have to wait. I may have to wait for a new H4 to start and see what will come through. A new H4 has started, actually. A new H4 has started. So the last H4 candle closed with rejection coming in from buyers, and that is an indecision candle on H1, which can literally mean that buyers are continuing. Why? Because the previous candle is a buy candle. So right here, I will make my entry of buys, but also I will wait. If it makes a pullback here, we'll have another entry. So that means we are looking for our buys, and your first TP is to the trend line right there. Those who are intraday traders. For scalpers, you can move anywhere you want as long as you make the money you need. Yeah, so for now, I'm gonna be looking for buys. I'm gonna be looking for buys, and my stop loss, of course, is gonna be here. It's gonna be here on that support level down below. Remember, we have two supports. We have this support level, but also we have the trend line support. So they are all pushing price back into buys. That's the advantage we are trying to take right here. All right, this is one that can take the whole day to even hit our TP. So hold your positions until something else comes through. This is our second entry point. if you want to make this entry. All right, jump 25. Jump 25, we wanted a pullback to this OB on H1. It did not happen. It kept on playing around that level, which is a support on H1, looking at this right here, that OB. So it became a support right there. So this was never respected. So bounced off here several times, 3 times, and then gave us buys. So we're still looking for that buy. We are still looking for that buy right about there. So it is still happening. And let's see, can we make an entry? No, H1 is overbought. However, price is above our 10 MA on H4, which is a good thing. The previous move was a buy move, but then the last H4 was a sell candle. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's go to M15. M15 is looking for sells. All right, so this is a change of character right about there on M15, and price tried to come here, grabbed the liquidity of this fair value gap, and now it's pushing for more of sells. But then looking to the left, there's that OB holding price to break through and continue with sells. So what do we do? If price goes above our 10 MA on M15, we enter buys. If price breaks this support level, then we enter sell. We don't enter sells. We wait for when M15 gets to gets back into buys. We don't enter sells. We are looking for buys on the higher time frame. So when price breaks this level, only scalpers can enter sells, but intraday traders and swing traders, you wait for when M15 starts to give us opportunities of buys. Until then, we need to wait for price to be above our 10 MA on M15, then we can enter buys, or we wait for a clear entry of buys when it has broken this support level. I think that's a bit clear. Remember, the new H4 candle has just started, so it can first give us a week down below and then later starts to buy if the general trend is actually continuing to be a buy. But I want to also show you this. Let me zoom in and show you this. That is our trend line right there, which is our resistance trend line, and that tells me that also this is my trend line. And what does this show us? This clearly shows us a rising wedge. This clearly here shows us a rising wedge. And what does a rising wedge tell us? A rising wedge tells us continuation of sells. Continuation of sells. So whatever we do, the only problem is that this rising wedge is on a support area on daily time frame. That is the only challenge that is there. But if we look at daily time frame, price has not literally touched that retracement level on CCI. It means sales are still strong, while regardless of the rejection we are seeing coming in from buyers on these previous days, 2 previous days, actually all the previous days, as we can see, we've been seeing rejection coming in from buyers. So regardless of that, I believe it has to come first, give us this, and then it is going to fail to give us a new lower low, because this is our current lower low right here. So it's got to try to push here for this current move. So that now tells me whatever I'm looking to do with buys, it's likely not to happen. In fact, I think sales are coming through, and they are likely to break this trend line down right here to give me this to give me this level. So having seen that, I may not look for buys. Because clearly on M15 this was my change of character and it tested that, and now it is giving me sells. So that only leaves me to look for sells and put my stop loss right about there. I don't want to risk much, and that will tell me that I have to look for TP right here on this support again, on that support again. But also our last TP should be right there according to this analysis of a rising wedge. All right, that's it. I hope you guys are having a great time with me. So let's now head over to J10 jump 10. So jump 10 still giving us those. Yesterday we wanted that and then sells. It happened actually the way we wanted, but then the buys never came through. It still went and gave us a break of structure and then prayed around there until today, and now we believe buyers have gained the momentum. Looking at what we have there after giving us that fake breakout, buyers are taking charge. So why would one wait? Why would one wait to enter buys here? I don't see a reason why anyone would wait. Oh, M15 would be the one holding us back, even though we see it is above our 10 MA on M15, but I believe it is likely to first pull for this kind of a liquidity grab and then go all the way for the sell, for the buy I mean. So having seen this, I want to delete this. I want you to remember that those are still options. These are still options that we have. These are still options that we have. So I believe a sell is evident according to M15. So I'm gonna enter my sell right here, and I'm gonna have my stop loss just above here. If it comes back to grab liquidity of early sellers, then it will take me out and I'll be okay with that. That is my decision, because already the higher time frame is looking for sells and is looking for buys. So I need to first sell then buy. So that's why I've entered a sell here, and then I'll be looking for buys. I'll be looking for buys. All right, so that's it. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and like, go ahead and subscribe if it is your first time here to be on the Dank Scott Traders Hub channel, where we analyze the synthetic indices, but also we analyze BTC and also gold. So yeah, I don't normally trade Forex, but I can analyze it. I don't love it, but I analyze everything as long as it is a chart. I can't fail to analyze a chart. That's why we had to add in gold, because gold is a high leveraged asset and I love such assets. That's why we had to add it. So having said all this, let's now go for gold. Let's now go for gold as we call it a day. As we call it a day. So yesterday's analysis of gold, I told you we had a pennant. So those who followed this analysis, you should have been able to make this sell money. In fact, I'm still in, and it has hit that support level think I should close my entries for now. But yeah, that was the analysis. That was a pennant, and I told you this. In fact, I don't know why I've closed, but I will enter again because our TP, you see this should be our TP, and our TP is right here. This is our TP level. That is our TP level. So whatever we do, you need to take your TP right here. So our first TP has been hit, which was that support level. Now it's gonna try to give us a fake pullback, and then it will later continue selling, and that's when you come for that other TP, this other TP. In fact, it is on an H4 OB right about there. That OB down below there, that's where the TP is gonna be. So let's wait for this H1 candle to close. I believe if this H1 candle closes, we may get in with ourselves because it's likely to be a week on the H4 candle. So for now, we wait. We had that indecision candle right there, but most of the times when you see an indecision candle, it mostly signify continuation of the previous trend, which is a downtrend. So whatever we are seeing here, let's wait for this H1 candle to close, then we'll come in with sales. And of course, you can see it is currently matching with what we are seeing on M15. As soon as we finish the M15 reaching overbought, we will come in with sales to push for more sales. All right, so we're still selling. Hold on, because we will make the sell. So let's delete these two. This sell is still on. The sell is still on. I don't know where it is coming to. Let me go to M15 and see. Yeah, that level there, that's a conference area, so it's coming there, and then we come in with our sells. All right, that's it guys. Let's do a recap and we call it a day. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Yeah, let's go for our recap. All right, so we started with crash 500. According to what we have on crash 500, I told you we are likely to continue buying according to this structure that we saw, and that's why we are seeing prices, playing games. It's not yet ready, but if it decides to break this down trend line, this support trend line here, then we will continue sales. But according to this structure, we will likely continue buys to go all the way up there. Boom 1000, told you sales are still on, and we entered sales, so we are in profits right here and moving smoothly in profits. Boom 500, yeah, the buys have started there. I think we should be getting in, should we? Yeah, having seen that as a double bottom on M15, I don't see why we cannot make the entry. And I'll put my stop loss just below this OB right there, and this will be my TP. I'll be looking for such a TP right about there. Of course, our first TP will be here, and then second TP, and then third TP will be right there. That will be our third TP right there. So, but I'm going for the second TP, and that will be it. Boom V25S, no business with it. It's still playing games, so don't waste your time on it. If you have other entries you're already in, Boom 1000 and Boom 500, so you don't have to waste your time on such an asset. V75, it is one of those that I may not also focus on it, because it is still having a strong bullish, though it has given us though we can see that on H1 it is oversold. So whatever we're doing here, H4 is still strongly selling, although a daily time frame would be suggesting for buys. So we cannot say any much for now, but if this current candle, this current H4 candle goes into here, into this support, then we might as well look for buys. If this current H1 candle closes within here, then we might as well look for buys. That will be a fake breakout on the daily time frame. J2050, we entered sell B buys, and just like I told you, it is likely to pull back, but we are likely to continue buys because of this indecision candle we saw. So that's why I entered buys here, then it immediately started to pull back. I have my second entry here. If it comes here, it will give me another entry for buys. This entry is according to M15, the buys that we are looking for. They are according to M15. So whatever we do, mark that. J25, I've entered sales. Why? Because looking at the structure that we have as a rising wedge, we are likely to continue with sales. That's why I have my stop loss here, there above my 10 MA. So if it comes against that, then it will take me out, and I'll be okay with that. But I've already made my sell entry. Right about there. This one, which is J10, is moving perfectly, and we have entered a sell already. It is moving in some big profits as we speak, so it is strongly selling. Remember, I've told you we are selling then buying. That's what I've told you. J10, we are selling and then buying. So whatever you do, keep on trailing your stop losses into profits like now, and then wait for the TP to be hit. Or if you're good with the profits that you have, probably you've hit your target, move out. It is okay to move out, not to wait for the TP to be hit. No one will judge you of that. But that's what we are looking for. We are looking for sales first, then buys later. And lastly is gold. Gold, I've told you we are going to continue selling, but as of now, M15 is retracing, and it's likely to retrace all the way to that OB right there. It's likely to retrace all the way to this OB, and then we come in with sells again. So for now, hold on to enter your sales, but know that we are still strongly selling. I think that's it for today. Hope you guys had a great time with me. If you haven't subscribed or liked, please go ahead and do that. I keep on saying that. I want us to hit at least 500 subs. If you guys can help me do that, then we can do it together. Share, and of course share the stream, share the insights, and yeah, tell them to subscribe. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading day. See you tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Bye bye.